You know what? I'm kind of now like Helen Anderson again because because I don't think she's a bad person. Well, yeah. Well, I guess I remember the reasons why they hate Helen Anderson back recently, since like June 2025. I think I did hate cut ties to her since June of 2025 after I cut ties Amanda Carteret. So yeah. But I just now like Helen Anderson again. The reasons why I liked her again, I'll tell you the reasons why. I don't just I don't I don't just like her just because, but there are the reasons why I can't hate her anymore. I just cannot stand just hating Helen Anderson because, well, I guess the reasons why they hate her nowadays and cutting tizing is because she said she has no position on hating Dan Sobel. Like, I don't know why they're gonna say that. More like she has a right to hate Dan Sobel, even though even though we don't like Dan Sobel anymore. Well, a lot of people have a right to hate Dan Sobel, especially Brendan Pippin and Andy Ho. Just because I cut tie Dan Sobel doesn't mean they're gonna have no position. Doesn't just because you hate Dan Sobel and since you don't doesn't mean other people hate Dan Sobel if they're innocent. Doesn't mean you're gonna cut ties them. I can't believe they're gonna tell them they have no position on hating Dan Sobel. But I think for now I'm just gonna give her one last chance, just in case. I'm just giving her one last chance for now on. I guess for right now, I'm just gonna like her for right now until they'll bash my opinions. I might cut ties to her. I don't know, because I can't stand hating Helen Anderson. This is what I would have liked the most than Dan Sobel and Amanda Carteret. So yeah, and no, I am not coming back liking Dan Sobel and Amanda Carteret. Just Helen Anderson. So yeah, the only thing I'm gonna start liking again is Helen Anderson. The reasons why I like Helen Anderson is because she likes to do VHS full rip videos, such as Cartoon Classic videos. She does have her Internet Archive. She's actually a huge fan of VHS rare weird closing, which I do love and she loves Sesame Street VHS tapes, the Random House stuff. Yeah, it's a good thing. I like showing Helen Anderson, and I was being friends with Helen Anderson. So yeah, I can't stand hating her again anymore because I would have never hate her since Ryan Sylvia bashed my opinions on Helen Anderson. I guess they do not trust me. I can't stand other people not trusting me. I mean, I'm really a good guy. I wasn't really a bad person. I'm really a good person. I'm really innocent. I don't think Helen Anderson is a bad person. She's really a good person. I don't know if she's a bad person, really. But I guess recently the reasons why they hate her is because she has no position on hating Dan Sobel. But that was actually impossible, in my opinion. Just because she hates Dan Sobel doesn't mean you cut ties to her and she has no position. She has a right to hate Dan Sobel. Helen Anderson, if you're watching this, in case you didn't notice, I did not like you anymore. I had no choice for back in June. I didn't have a choice for cutting tizing you. In case you didn't notice, I did not like you at all. But now I do, since now I liked you. But if you're not friends with me, maybe I should not give her a chance. But if Kellen Anderson hates me, I might not like her. I might cut ties to her. But if Kellen Anderson doesn't like me anymore, that's fine. I don't care. I know that Brandon Pippen, Andy Ho doesn't like me either, even though I'm neutral to them. So yeah, and I hope they'll handle. I hope they'll respect my opinion. I know that Jordan's Media Corps 2000 and blocked Kellen Anderson as well because he said that she had no position on hating Dan Sobel, and she said, "Are you serious, Kellen Anderson? Just because people hate Kellen Anderson due to she has no position doesn't mean. Just because Kellen Anderson hates Dan Sobel doesn't mean. Just because everyone hates Dan Sobel, who is really innocent, doesn't mean you're gonna hate them." Because more like she has a right to like Kellen, more like she has a right to hate Dan Sobel, and she did a good job cutting ties. I will always been proud of other people. I think if other people go start hating them, some other YouTubers, if I cut ties me, they were proud of me except Andy Ho and Brandon Pippen, because they tell me I have no position on hating Dan Sobel. Yeah, and I don't understand what no position terms means. Maybe I might do. Because I'm afraid they still hate Kellen Anderson. I know back in 2022, I think, Brandon Pippen cut ties to Kellen Anderson, but until recently, I'm not sure what Kellen did wrong. But I'm just gonna give her another chance in case she is a good YouTuber. In case she's innocent, I might, because I would have never cut ties innocent YouTubers. But I'm not gonna give them another chance but what I'm not gonna give them another chance ever is anymore if I were you. Everyone who bashed my opinions on Dan Sobel and Amanda Cartwright is the ones I'm talking about, is Dan Sobel and Amanda Cartwright. I probably will never give them another chance. But right now I'm giving Kellen Anderson another chance. In fact, she does like. But only if she hates. But since she hates Dan Sobel, I probably will never. But she has a right to hate Dan Sobel. In fact, she is a good person. I don't think she's a bad YouTuber. I wonder why do you hate Kellen Anderson in the first place, you guys? But I just had no choice. I just cannot stand. For me, I can't stand hating her. I just really miss being friends with Kellen Anderson. And in fact, I think that would have been my favorite female YouTuber. I think Kellen Anderson would have been better than Amanda Cartwright and Dan Sobel. I don't know if Kellen hates Amanda Cartwright. Maybe that's why she had no position on hating Dan Sobel. Maybe that's why, but I don't know what the reasons why they have no position. That she did something wrong, or I don't know, but I can't believe some people bash their opinions on Kellen Anderson, just like Ryan Sylvia. That's why I have no choice for cutting ties, and I didn't want to, because Kellen Anderson was very good YouTuber. She is a good YouTuber. She wasn't really a bad YouTuber. She does do plot-again videos, and I don't know if her favorite color is pink. Since I liked her, yeah, I should ask her. And so, Kellen Anderson, if you're watching this, I'm very sorry for me hating you. In case you didn't notice, I did hate you, and I'm really sorry for hating you. But I had to give, but this time, just giving her one last chance, guys. This time, giving her one more chance. So yeah, I decided to give her one last chance. Maybe one more chance. Or maybe I'll give any chance at all. If I'm giving her any time of chances, that's just a maybe. But right now I'm just giving her one last chance. If she's a good person. But if Kellen Anderson does, just like Dan Sobel or Amanda Cartwright, for example, if she wishes if they do some bad things, I will cut ties it. And she's not like Dan Sobel and Amanda Cartwright. The reason why you hate her because she hates Dan Sobel. Oh, that's not just, that's impossible for me. I don't know why they hate her in the first place. I'm afraid that I don't know why they got Kellen Anderson haters now. I don't know if I have a right to like Kellen Anderson. But I know Jordan said, those of you who likes Kellen Anderson, it's better if you not trust her. But it's a good thing they're not bashing. And I hope they're not going to cut ties me just because I like Kellen Anderson. And I'm not really a bad YouTuber. I only like Kellen Anderson because she likes to do VHS tapes and stuff like that. And I don't care if you have no position. And I know SK1996 likes Kellen Anderson. I would have been friends with Kellen Anderson. I just can't stand hating Kellen Anderson anymore. I did that because of Ryan Sylvia. It has nothing to do with, because I just want someone to like me again. But maybe I don't really care if Ryan Sylvia hates me. But if you're starting to hate me, I don't care. But do not force me to. But don't ever bash my opinions on me. Just respect my opinion on me. I don't care if you hate me. Just respect my opinions. You have to handle my opinion and leave me alone instead of forcing me to remove my YouTube channel. But if you want to cut ties me, that's fine. I don't care, but I would have been scared by that because I wasn't really a bad person, but yeah. Yeah, I just can't stand hating Kellen anymore, you guys. I can't stand it. So that's the reasons why. The reasons why I like Kellen Anderson is because, I know she hates Barney. The only Lyric Studios VHS tape she likes is VeggieTales, and I can handle her opinions that the shows she hates, she dislikes, like Barney, Caillou, Booba, Teletubbies, and I don't know if she likes Thomas and Friends. I'll have to ask her if she likes it, but so he is sometimes she kind of does like Ryan Goodwin and Brandon Pippin, but it's a good thing Kellen Anderson doesn't hate me if I cut ties anytime since I was neutral to Dan Sobel back then. So yeah, but I did cut. In case you didn't notice why I cut ties Dan Sobel, I don't just hate Dan Sobel. I have no opinion on Dan Sobel. I think I have to do the same thing like I cut ties Kellen Anderson last time, but now I do like her again. Because I don't think she's a bad YouTuber. In fact, she has a right to hate Dan Sobel. More like she has a right to hate Dan Sobel than just, she has no position means, I guess the reasons why no position terms, I should never tell her no position. So yeah, that's the reasons why I like Kellen Anderson, because she likes to do VHS rare closings, She likes to do openings and closings, and she likes to do plot again videos. I'm not really into her watching plot again. She loves classic cartoons and stuff like that. She loves to do VHS tapes and he's obsessed with the widescreen death moaning sound, and she likes the Berenstain Bears. Yeah, she does like the Berenstain Bears first time video, and she likes the Random House stuff. That's the reasons why I like Kellen Anderson. I was friends with Kellen Anderson. In fact, she is an awesome YouTuber in my opinion. That's the reasons why I like Kellen Anderson. So Kellen, if you're watching this, you're in. You're now welcome again. You're always welcome to now. You're still welcome on my channel now. I already unblocked her and resubscribed to her now. But if you don't like Kellen Anderson, you can hate her all you want. If you guys still hate Kellen Anderson, I can handle your opinion. You can hate her all you want, but don't bash my opinions. As long as you're not bashing my opinions, that's a good thing. So yeah, because I'm not really a bad YouTuber. I think Kellen Anderson is probably way better than Dan Sobel and Amanda Cartwright. I have a feeling for some reason Brenda Pipp and Andy Ho said I still have no position on hating Dan Sobel after I cut ties Dan Sobel. I'm afraid they hate me forever for good. So yeah, thanks for watching.